In this look, I'm starting off with some liquid latex from MERMAID, and I'm just pouring it into like a container. So I'm gonna dip in my sponge. I'm just using a regular like white sponge, and I'm gonna start applying it around my mouth, just all over, all around the mouth, as you can tell. And then I'm just gonna grab some cotton wool, and I'm gonna start applying it like where I applied the liquid latex, and just above in like small pieces, because it's gonna be like a, I don't know, like overgrown mouth. You're gonna see what I'm doing, but I'm just applying small pieces of cotton. So, and then I'm applying liquid latex on top of the cotton, just so they blend into the skin. So they look like kind of grown skin, like, I don't know, like torn skin, like around the mouth, if that makes sense. You're gonna see when I'm finished what I'm trying to do. But yeah, I'm just applying more cotton, applying more liquid latex on top of that again, and then I'm also trying to make the holes again, because they kind of disappeared, so it looks like pieces of skin like covering the mouth. So I'm just using like a wooden spatula to do that, and then I'm applying more pieces of wool. And I also tried to dip the wool into the liquid latex first, because it's such a pain to apply liquid latex on top of the wool, and it actually worked better. So I did that from that point on, because it was a lot easier. So I just started applying pre-dipped cotton wool in liquid latex on my skin, and then I'm just doing the same thing I did before, with just like detaching it from the skin, so they are like a little bit like, yeah, you can see. And then I'm applying a little bit more like liquid latex around where I applied the cotton and the liquid latex, so it doesn't come off and it's more sturdy. And yeah, so I'm just letting it dry. I'm using a blow dryer actually, so it will be quicker. And then I'm making a little bit more holes into the liquid latex. Like, as you can see, I'm just like tearing it apart a little bit, so it looks more, so it looks like I have more like bruises and cuts and everything like around the mouth area, so it looks a little bit more cool and a little bit more gruesome. Then I'm grabbing once again my bruise wheel that I love so much, and I'm grabbing the darkest color and just applying it inside the holes, so they look deep and I get some depth to them. And I'm also applying the color into the cuts I made, like just the ones I just tore with my fingers. So it looks like this. And then I'm grabbing a stipple sponge, and I'm grabbing the red color with the stipple sponge, and I'm just stippling it on the liquid latex, instead of just like using a powder as I normally do, because I thought this actually looked pretty nice as well, because then it kind of looks like blood. And then I'm grabbing the stage blood and applying it inside the wounds underneath the liquid latex, so it looks bloody underneath there and gross and, you know, Halloweeny. So I'm just getting the blood in there. Now I'm grabbing the MERMAID liquid makeup in black. I'm gonna start applying it to my eyes. I'm just using like a regular brush first, just like applying it around the eyes so they look scary and dark. Then I'm actually grabbing like a little bit more like a powder brush to blend everything out, so I have nice edges and it kind of, I don't know, it's more like a smoky eye instead of like just black. And I'm not making it super dark because I still want, I don't want it to be super black, so I'm just blending it out because I'm gonna make some veins after this, so I want them to show through as well. So I'm using these two colors, the green and the black, to make the veins underneath my eyes. So I'm just like painting them on, and then I'm using my fingers to blend them in so they look more, I don't know, they look more like underneath the skin instead of on top of the skin like makeup normally does. But yeah, that's what I do. I'm just using like a small liner brush, and then, as I said, using my fingers to blend it out. I want this look to kind of be like a dead sea creature type of look, so it sort of made sense to me to have like dark and veiny eyes. Now I'm grabbing the green color from the bruise wheel and I'm applying it around my forehead. I'm kind of contouring with this, so I'm just applying it all around the forehead and a little bit like around my cheekbones, and I'm also contouring my nose with this. So my complexion looks like green, and yeah, because I want this to be like a, I don't know, like a dead mermaid type of look, and I feel like mermaids are kind of greeny, blue, yeah, those kind of colors. But I want this look to be a little bit more gross and like a pretty mermaid, so, and this color was perfect. So now I'm just using a brown color to fill in the brows, and I wanted my brows to be a little bit bushy, so I'm just making like, trying to make hair strokes like in the front, and so I'm just filling them in a little bit. Next, I'm also applying the green a little bit around the mouth, so I get some green in there as well, so I have more like harmony to the look, if that makes sense. And I'm also applying the green on my neck and chest area, as you can see, with just like a powder brush. I'm just dipping the powder brush into the green and applying it. And I also decided to make veins on my neck because that looked pretty nice in my opinion. And I'm using the same technique as I did with the eyes. I'm applying it with like a liner brush and then using my fingers to blend it out, so it looks like it's more underneath the skin than above the skin, like I said. So I'm just like doing strokes everywhere and yeah, making veins. But make sure that you don't make too many, because sometimes less is more. Next, I applied a little bit of mousse into my hair and a little bit of like a white color just to make my hair look wet. Then I also grabbed the stage blood again with a stipple sponge and starting applying some blood around the mouth as like a final touch. So I'm just stipple the blood around so it looks like bloody, and yeah. So that's actually it for this look. It's I don't really know what to call this look. It's kind of like a dead sea creature mermaid look, just that came out of the ocean. So yeah, really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.